Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. See, Steven, I mean, I have no ability, no problem getting in there, bro. So to the website. Connection is not secure. Let's see. See that, Steven? Good morning, Gregory. I'll take a look at it whenever we slow down a little bit. But thank you for looking at, bud. Appreciate it, man. www.harmony trading system. Here we go. I mean, why is it not showing? And I'm looking here. I see it's showing connection is secure, cookies is good, everything is good. So maybe something on your end, but hey Brad or Adam, can you guys open up my website, the Harmony Trading System website, see if it's showing up and or having any issues like Steven is showing. It looks good on my end. Jose, good job, buddy. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much, and good luck to you. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, guys. So what we got going on here is a captain setup switch trade. Okay, captain setup switch trade short so far, and the market is really behaving very well against that. We're expecting a push in this market against that high of 555. Yeah, this is going to be a big deal for the remainder of the day right here. This captain setup switch trade, two switch trades in a row. I mean, you rarely, hardly ever see that type of behavior. So that zone here between 45-55 is going to be a big deal for the rest of the day. And we are going to be looking for 87.47. So the 200 and the 100 are out of sync, right? You have Harmony zone number 1, which is 52 by 42, and the zone number 2 is 27 by 17. And both of them are 1, 2, 3. let's see here. So we're hitting that level and responding well to it. I'm definitely going to be patient this morning and just kind of read the market and see how well we're reading it. Yeah, there's some buyers coming in here and challenging this. I mean, ultimately, in order for us to be in sync on the long side, we need to see 78 show up. Okay, so that selling pressure here at the open into the target is getting run over here. 78.50 is an important level for us. If we get to that price, that will line up the market on the long side. Right now is a two-sided market. Good morning, DJ Mike. How are you, buddy? Man, I'm sorry. I thought I was talking in the mic, guys, but I had this captain set up long, and we're basically looking for target number one and potentially a breakout to target number two with a break even stop. And here comes that break even stop, right? Yeah, I needed to give it a shot, Mike. That's fine. Let them do that. I need to hold on for something a little bit big. Okay. A little bit of technical damage going on right now. We're still at a support area, which is harmony zone number one. So the market has the potential of bouncing right back up, but we could see that there is a little bit of back and forth um, going on here. The 100 and the 200 are in sync. So as long as we continue to trade above harmony zone number one and above 540, then I need to kind of be focused on the longs, but I could tell that the market is just getting tired here. So you had this kind of rotation where the market just peaked a couple of times, came back in, ran up a little bit to the trend line, and now it's just easing off. That's not a robust long. Yeah, that 70, 73, 77 was a good area for a stop, but it just one of those things where I need to give these things a little bit more room and see if they can jump up to a breakout, because I could add to it and end up really in a huge trade. I mean, there's an opportunity for. Yeah, we got few minutes here. A little bit of technical damage going on here. I mean, we have a channel on the short side. The market is not really decisive in either way. Okay, the market is in sync on the long side, but just looking at the current candle structure, if we start breaking anything under that 553, we should see a bit of flush toward that 40, which changes the personality of the market a little bit. We got 2 minutes to the top of the hour. Here we go. Switch trade. So that's an important behavior right there. Okay, and that's a short behavior. We have a harmony wave on the way. We're getting some selling pressure, persistent selling pressure. That's just weird right here. Okay. Okay. So double switch trades right here. Let's see if we can get involved in a trade. Um, the market is walking itself down, and if we break below that 39, we're gonna start, or the 40. Structurally, the market is. I mean, here we go. We're getting very close to it. I mean, some buyers can step back up here, but ultimately that 31, between the 39 to the 31, that's a typical area where the market starts to stabilize. The market's still in sync on the long side. However, we are about to break that 40. Not a decisive market. I mean, pretty much what we have is trades on the 20 NT Rinko, while the rest of the charts are, they get in sync and out of sync, trying to digest the move. Okay, so now the 200 and 100 out of sync, and that's gonna present us with where rallies can be shortable while the 20 NT Rinko is short. So that's what I'm going to be looking for right now. I'm going to look for rallies against that 70 as a shorting opportunity, with targets that can take us to the 24 and potentially can take us to Globex, and Globex is 502. See that? Push. Yeah, that 40 level was a tough one on the market. Yeah, 25, 20. I mean, the whole zone between 27 to 17, that's just an area where some of the buyers can step in, like we said earlier. So at 43, 1, 2, 3, 4. If this candle closes lower, I'm going to give it a shot on the short side. Oh, that's actually one here. 37. All right, take that stop. ES is not doing much of anything right now. Let's take a closer look at it. Yeah, it put a railroad long. That's the channel. So we're getting a bit of a bounce here. But it's a tight ranges and it's a higher low in ES. So there's a disconnect between what we're seeing in NQ and ES. So let's assume the market runs up to 64, let's call it 65. So that means the 200 and the 100 are back in sync on the long side. And what we're seeing right now, if you look at the bigger picture, is the market is stuck right down the middle of the range. It's a reversion to the mean type of trade where the market sold off to the lows uh, between what happened on Friday into Globex. Then they're running it to balance, which is 61 and a half, in and around that area. And then they're just basically chopping it up. And they're chopping it up, trying to build up stops. And we need to really truly see a run up to 602. That is the swing trade target. And if we start breaking anything under 514, I'm gonna get a little bit more active, trying to short this market. But right now, what we're seeing here is a bounce up, bounce down, and what I have to focus on is the 20 NT Renko chart, because you're getting this kind of chop up, break, chop down, then back up, chop. So there's no consistency. So I need to catch these trades at the beginning here and not try to go for a follow-up trade in a trend that is not there yet. Two switch trades in a row, so that looks like a market that's wanting to punch up. And here we go. Now the 200 and the 100 are in sync back again on the long side. Clouds are shifting positive. And we have a harmony wave long. So a pullback to 54 and a quarter will be a very good test for the longs with a 5-point stop. So we already broke that channel. And they're trying here, but you could tell there's a little bit of tiredness here. Well, we're looking for a pullback. The 54 pullback, if we can get there. If we start breaking anything above 70, we're going to start getting a bit more momentum coming up into the market. And that'll be the third switch trade in a row. I would think we'll get a pullback, but we'll see. I mean, it's a consolidated market. Wow. Yeah, that happened quick. What's going on here? Gonna get out of this one. It's just, it seems like it's just heavier. Yep. I'll take that very small stop. We needed that level to test out a little bit better. and run back up to 60. So, I mean, what is the market telling us? I mean, he's just telling us what we suspecting. It's just that it's a two-sided market with a lot of choppy consolidation where the market gets in and out of sync. So I gotta keep my stops small and just wait this out till we get in sync and start showing momentum in that direction. Really? All right. We'll take a shot at this one right here. I know it came in a little bit fast, but I'm just going to add to it right here if it works. I'm going to go break even. And it's either going to come back to 36, 75 and I'll add to it, or I'll stop out at break even. Okay, plus a tick. I mean, if it closed at 36.75, I would have added and I would have looked for a break below 30 and 25, and that would have been a decent trade. Here, still not a bad spot. If we, at this point, I would really want to see. Wow, look at that. That's fast too. I'll take it. 5 point stop. Thank you. Okay. Gonna step away for just a moment, get some water. Our potential captain set up short on 70 NT Rinko with a break at 36. Now what that does is puts us in another position where some of these rallies can have a bit of resistance to them. There we go. I mean, ultimately, we're in the middle of the range. A break below 520 can pick up some steam, and a break above 581 will pick up steam on the long side. Anything in the middle here, you're almost like you have to fade the edges of this price action. Just gonna go 47, 46, 47. See if we can get an actual sell pressure. We're gonna start small, one contract, keep my stop tight, and add to the trade if it works. Here we go. Let me see. That's another one. All right, reducing our exposure. I'm looking for ways to add to this trade if it's all possible. And I mean, if we start breaking anything under 25, I mean, there's going to be a pickup in speed, and I need to be trying to. I'm going to go break even. Okay, well, good for them. They pick it up, pick it off here. Good for them. I mean, if I can get a break of that 30, I'll get a nice trade, but otherwise, it's going to be a flat plus one tick. I mean, they just keep playing around with that 30. It's multiple times here. One, two, three, four times. We're stuck in a range. The market's stuck in a range. That's what it is. Hey, AVS, good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Yeah, I was looking for a bigger move. I was looking for that 30 to break and start going to 25.20 on momentum. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, and we're just getting sideways chop. So just to under trade this environment, start with one contract, add to your winners. That's the game plan, at least. Damn. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, this is just a choppy chop chop. Let me see here. 1 and a 250. Okay. So let's see 50. I mean, if the market closes below that 36.75, that will set the stage for a switch trade and a short that will take us to 30. Here we go. And I'll just take a shot at it with a tight stop, 44.75. They're getting me today. Well, let's see here. I gotta keep it small and tight right here. Oh, man. So I'm looking at my, okay, so we had a small stop here, a flat here, small stop here, small stop here, a 10-point stop there. All right, so we're just basically, this is a, not a, obviously not a trending market. You almost have to trade the edges of rundowns to support and rundowns into resistance. So let's see here. We have a good trade coming up. I know it. I mean, if we, let me see here. 29. Okay. Fuckers. Okay. As a captain set up short on the 40, captain set up short on the 70. We just need the break. We need a break below 20. Like really, that's what we need to see. 25 even, that's good. And here we go back to that higher support area of 36. Shingo, good morning. How are you, buddy? We'll go back to that 30 again. I mean, here we go. I mean, that's the switch trade. That should hold up. I mean, it's just worth me giving it a shot one more time. They just like that 30. I mean, that's what it is. That's fine. They can stop me out if they want to. That's fine. I mean, that's just captain setups twice here. Yeah. I'm gonna have to wait till the market really start moving because this is just a, you know, buy 30, sell 50. I mean, you got a captain set up short on the 40 NT Rinko as well, and the 70 NT Rinko. Then you're getting a switch trade right here, and that typically will get you 1 to 2 candles in your favor, but we're getting a lot of this reversal patterns. It's not a trending day at all, Adam, and it's like it's just a chop fast. And what's working is just literally kind of fading the edges for a small profit. It adds up, but I'm trying to go for a break either way. And the market right now is spending a lot of time just kind of fading back and forth. So I gotta do a couple of things. One of them is under trade this market and spend time and let it break 65, let it break 20, let it do that, and just yeah, kind of recognize when things are like we had a couple of trades here that should have kind of performed. This is one of them. The second one is right here. We should have seen like a 1 to 2 candle rundown in that direction, and they both got stopped out for a captain. I mean, there's a cause to flip the trade and go long. I didn't choose that reason, but that's fine. So where I'm at for the day, let's take a look. Day's not over yet either. But we're here. 661. I know we're gonna catch a trade. It's just a matter of waiting for it. Yeah, see that chop up to the top end of the harmony zone, and here around that 30, they've been buying the living heck out of that thing. So you most likely we're gonna bounce right back up a little bit here, unless they just finally they got tired of buying it at 30, because they've been here one, two, three, four, five. Well, this is the sixth time. Eventually, you're just gonna exhaust the supply. And just go. Yeah, we need to see a break below 20 or a break above 60. Mm, it looks like we're going for that break. It's been crazy. Just watch it, man. It's just been. You almost have to wait for the break to happen. Yeah, you may end up getting it. You may end up getting it. For the fifth time. I know. Jesus. what's happening with ES? I mean, ES is grinding lower. They broke the channel early on around 9:10, and they've been grinding. So they break it at 49.1975, and they're coming back and just fade, fade, fade. It's actually a little bit better price structure than NQ in many ways. It's just a lot more stable. Let's see, let's see. I mean, there's a here you go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's too much actually. 37. Okay, so let's see if we can get up there and have a stop above 45, 46. You have overhead resistance between 56 and 64. 56 and 64. Yeah, that's a lot actually. Let's see. Oh, and we have the 200 and the 100 in. Actually, they're still out of sync, but you have the 100 in Turinko flipped. Hmm. Okay. I'm going break even, and I'm hoping to see 29 and a quarter. If we do that, then I will add to it, and looking for a break below 20 after that, and it doesn't look like it's gonna go. Well, we don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that 32, we gotta break that 32. At least I don't have any risk in that trade. I'll break even. I'm fine with breaking even here if that's what they want to do. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, if they break and they get me the 29.25, I'll look for rallies and I'll take one more shot at it. Damn. They just wanted to go there one more time. Is this going to be my big trade of the day? Is that what it is? Oh, yeah. What is this? 34? I'll give that a shot. Four. Yeah, I may get 34. And my stop is going to be like... This is the trade, guys. It looks like this is going to be the one. I'm going to cancel this, and because that entry up there was really a good one. I just needed that to hold and not get me out of that trade. Then add to it at 30. That will give me a cost basis around 34. Then the 34 holds, and we'll start breaking into the 24 and 20 on two contracts, and then add to it along the way, and that will set me up for a really good trade for a push. Yeah, we are. See how many times they're spending just I know, why does it keep doing that, bro? It just, it's not breaking either way. And that's, yeah, I mean, look at that. So my 34 would have been stopped out at 37 for 3-point stop, trying to break this thing back to 20. And it's just that's the personality of the day today. I just have to adjust to it and just keep my stops even tighter. I mean, I thought they were a little bit too tight here at that 37 and 75. I mean, I got in there. I mean, it couldn't have been even more perfect of an entry. And just had to kind of get stopped out for a flat. Yeah, ABS. It's all right, man. I gotta take my stops, gotta keep them small, and I gotta just under trade this market and just part of doing business. One day ain't gonna make me. It's not gonna break me. Ain't gonna make me. Ain't gonna break me. Yeah, we have the entry point on the system at 44. Actually, 44, 70, 75. Yeah, it's an edge trading kind of day. I get it. And it did. I mean, okay, so on a on this 100 NT Rinko, we're getting two switch trades together. So the expectation is to see really the 65 hold, and if that holds and we continue to make lower highs out of this price structure, then eventually a break uh, to 502 will happen. So that's the key that I'm going to be looking at for the next half an hour or so, is to see that structure in the market make make a lower high. Now, if we start breaking 52 and then 65 becomes a captain setup long on the 100, then that will shift the personality to more of a long bias where things can pick up steam and hold. Okay, so where's everybody at right now? Who's kicking ass and taking names? All right, sounds good to me. Adam, Brad. Well, here you go, man. I think you're fading the edges, which is really kind of how the market was working. And there's no trend following anything going on today. How's Jim? How's Sheila? How's Adam? How's Brad? Steven just left. Okay, I get it. So what's the big picture here? I mean, big picture that we talked about is 64, 65 close. If they do that, that would be a big deal. It will be a big deal. We will have a captain set up long on the 100 NT wrinkle. Well, let's take a look at what happened last time that worked out. We had a captain set up short right here and a break above 60, to be exact, 64 half will be a captain set up long, and the target would be 602. That will be this right here, and that will be the close above that. Yeah. Some days, Adam, I'm just gonna have to pay my bills. I'm gonna have to pay my bills to this market. I wish every day is a winning day, but you know, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna make my stops very small, reasonable, relevant. Take them and continue to work. Okay, that's interesting how they came here. That's very interesting. Now, let me tell you this. If we fail to get to that 65 and we close at 27, then that's a captain setup switch trade short on the 70 NT wrinkle, and that is a strong sell signal. So either the 65 show up or the 28 shows up. And the 28 showing up will produce a solid sell signal, and the 65 showing up will produce a solid buy signal. Anything in the middle, it's a middle of the range trading, and I'll just wait. So that's what's going on. See, eventually this market will have to take a direction, you know? See, that's one of the personalities, Adam, for Monday. You know, it's just one of those things that you know, that first Monday morning they spend some time building a range. Then later on in the day, after 11 o'clock, they'll start moving through it. So we may be getting that type of situation here. How is Sheila doing? Are you catching anything? I mean, you know, ES is hardly kind of moving either on a swing trade basis or on a scalping basis. So, I mean, there was a couple of trades that were worth taking a look, which is right here. That first break and the first test of it at 17 all the way to 12. Then you got another follow through from 16 down to 12. But that's about it. 2, 1, 2. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, okay, okay. These guys are playing games today. They're playing games. They're playing games. Okay. At 64 coming up. And a push. And it's a captain setup. And the next target is 602. As long as we obviously not break anything under 35 or 40. Now the market is back in sync on the long side. on a swing trade basis. Pullbacks are buyable. Um, a pullback to 50 with a one candle reversal is a signal to go long. And if you have the capacity for a bigger stop, an entry here between 65 and 55 has a stop of 27.18 and a target of 602. So that's going to be the big play for this type of market. And we're starting to get expansion of price action here. I just don't want to take too big of a risk or a stop. So I'm going to look for, a trade that, like 1, 2, I can do 51. Here we go. I'll do 51. 1 and a 2, 51 to 51 and a half. I'll do 51 and a half. And my stop will be under 40, 46. It's a tight stop, but we'll see. Okay. I mean, I think the 51 half will have a bounce to it. I don't know how far, but it should hold into another run up to 70. We'll see. if they're gonna run it up to 65 again, most likely we're gonna speed up to 70s and 80s if that happens. Yeah. 59. Let's see, 59. I mean, there's a 59 trade that I can take, and with a small stop. Really? Okay, here we go. And my stop should be even at 56. Now, where would I add? If we break 70 and we start to pull back, that's an adding opportunity. Or I give up 3 points. I mean, that's fine with me. I'll give up 3 points all day long. We need 70s. I mean, ultimately, the target, the huge target, is 602. So that would be, what do we have to see happen to get to 60? Here we go. I mean, that's just basically the target up there. So if I can risk 3 points and get 40, that's what I'd like to do. Yeah, we need to break above 65. Then the 70 will show up. Then a high potential for the 80 to show up. I mean, when will I go break even? If we start getting anywhere above 70, I'll go break even. If we come back and sell off below 56, I'll take less than 3 point stop. Thank you. What a market. So 64.75. I mean, they pump it up again. Jesus, here we go. I will will take you one more time. My stop is under that, and if they take my money, they take my money. That's fine. And I'll actually add to it right here. And there's an add above there. And my stop is where my stop is at. We should be breaking out here, but this market has been I gotta talk to this market. I gotta motivate it. You could do it. You could do it. Here we go. Let's go. Actually, I'm not gonna add to it here. I'll see how this punch will react. It's a 10-point stop now. 66, 71. The questions I have is like, where would I add more? Hey. She took one off for a flat. Just don't want to be in too many if the market is not going. And then 78 is my target and or better. And I want to add to it. I really want to. Okay. Are you going to pick up some steam or what? $65. I mean, it's just taking a lot of time for this thing to just do something. So, I mean, if it doesn't move here within this next candle, I may just have to take it out. Yeah. Just gonna, I'm just gonna get rid of it. That's a flat. We'll watch. Like after that rotation, it should have just like literally burst up. AV Jim, thank you very much, man. I appreciate your support. If there's anything I could do to help you pass these apexes, just let me know. We do it here daily. Some days better than others, but we have a process. Thank you. All right. They're going to just wig me out of this trade just to kind of run up. That's fine. Good for them. Maybe I got a little bit restless with it. But the target is the target. We should be seeing 80s and 90s and ultimately 602. That's what we should be getting right here. Hey, today's the last day for that Apex 80%. So if you're picking up something or some accounts, today's the day. And looks like we're gonna punch in finally out of this thing. We had a stop. The 55 is that stop to that rotation, and you're looking at a punch up here into 75, 85. mean, we can notice that the price action slowed down significantly, right? And like you said, the uh, AVA, the relative volume right now is just, or volume right now altogether is just a slow volume. It's just not much really going on. But it's inching. It's inching its way higher. We have the bigger targets. We have the massive captain setup long on the 100 NT Rinko, and we have a target of 602 on a swing trade basis. ES is firming up as well. We're going to look at the 50 NT Rinko. That's a long. We have two support zones for ES, 49.15 by 12 and 49.08 by 05. Those two zones need to hold. Now, we'll reevaluate the long if we break anything under 49.1175. The target for ES, 49.27 and a half. So both ES and NQ right now are moving in that direction that we were talking about. It took a minute for the market to figure itself out. I mean, there was a whole lot of choppiness going on, but now we're getting that directional behavior. We actually had a signal here. Captain set up long on the 20 NT Rinko and a captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko. So now you're getting the market getting in sync, and the bigger targets are going to start popping in. Yeah, they dropped me off here for a flat before it ran up, but that's fine. There's going to be another pullback here that we'll take advantage of on the way up to that bigger target. Target number 2 is hit. Target number 3 in this rotation is 98 and a quarter. Then the bigger target on a swing trade basis is going to be 602. Pullbacks are viable in this environment. Yeah. Where did I get out? At 65? Okay. Adam, any improvement, buddy? You participate in this little rotation? I know you've been waiting for a push in the market one way or another. Okay. We're getting separation. I mean, finally, we're getting a little bit of separation in this market. Here comes that momentum we've been waiting on. All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock, and that's it for me. We'll do this again tomorrow. But the expectation here is to see that bigger target show up at 602. I mean, we had a captain set up long right here, and the market got in sync with the captain set up on the 100 NT wrinkle. That is a big deal. That is going to be the pivot point for the rest of the day, as long as we continue to trade above this level right here, 41. As long as we continue to trade above 41, these pullbacks are buyable into even bigger targets. So once we hit 602, the next one after that is going to be in the 650, and a break, and there you should expect a more decent pullback. And from there, you're getting a breakout pattern that could take us to the 80s or the 720s. We have to kind of monitor that market to see how well these levels are holding. But that's as long as this 40 here, the 540 to the 530 level is holding, then the potential for these bigger targets are, legitimate. And that's it for me today. We will see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a good one.